so it was just free money.
They called him the tax man. Many consider him the father of prison tax fraud.
I actually had it so good inside the prison system that there really was no need to get out right then.
In 1991, a commercial gave Dwayne Selvey the idea, why not file some fake taxes? The worst thing that could happen would be he'd go to prison, which is where he already was. All he needed were names and social security numbers. He got those from his fellow inmates.
It came through easy, so simple.
The first year he made $12,000.
Just buy what you can buy.
He spent the money on shoes, TVs, clothes, even marijuana. Year after year, the scam grew. At one point, it even had a corporate-like structure with partners at different prisons.
Sometimes one person might get them for $400,000, $500,000, $600,000.
It got out of control. So big, other prisoners got jealous, and Selvey got caught. But it was too late, and the scam had spread across the country, including Michigan. In 2009, the government caught hundreds of false returns filed by Michigan prisoners, 231 in Jackson prisons, statewide almost 900. Keep in mind, many false returns slipped through the cracks. USA Today reports Michigan is 10th in the nation for issuing fraudulent returns. In 2009, prisoners in this state successfully stole almost $1 million of taxpayer money. J. Russell George is the head of the agency that oversees and audits the IRS.
It's astounding, especially in the sense that people are aware of the problem and have been made aware of it for, again, almost 10 years.
Despite the warnings, in less than a decade, the IRS's problem has more than quadrupled, from 18,000 false returns filed in 2004 to more than 91,000. The cost to taxpayers also increased to $35 million in 2010.
Our most recent review of this in 2012, over 250,000 claims have been requesting almost $2 billion in refunds.
George says the IRS has made significant improvements to spot prison tax fraud. It now catches the vast majority of false returns, but more needs to be done.
They have to devote the sufficient amount of resources, meaning not necessarily dollars, but personnel, to address this issue. They have to use the technology that's available to it.
IRS criminal investigators here in Michigan agreed to do an interview for this story, but the morning of our interview, they canceled, saying they couldn't answer our questions. In an email, agents acknowledged the problem continues to grow. This year, they investigated more than 1,500 cases. For those convicted, the average prison time is 1.5 years.
I don't feel good about it.
As for Selvey, he's out of prison and wants to start clean. He says he's a changed man.
You got all these people out here in society that's working and paying taxes legit, and then you got criminals coming along and taking these people's money, and I don't feel good about that.
He hopes his message can put an end to the fraud he started. In Lansing, Brian Johnson, News 10.